the third strategy is to know the meanings of prefixes and suffixes. Prefixes are the letters that are added before a word, and suffixes are the letters that are added after a word. So these prefixes and suffixes have also got specific meanings. So let us look at these examples. Lineaments. So here in this word line, line, the meaning of this prefix is it's a line, sequence of events. So lineaments also means the same. There are many events that happen one after the other. For example, the story had taken a course of unexpected lineaments, means unexpected changes, one event after the other. And then perfidious. So the prefix perfidy means something which is lacking in faith or an untrustworthy thing that happens to a person or to a situation, right? So perfidy, something to do with faith. So the meaning of this perfidious is unfaithful, untrustworthy. The manager turned out to be a perfidious person. And the next word is cumbrous. The meaning of the prefix cumb is to lean back or lie down or to feel lazy or heavy. So it is very difficult for a person to do some task when he is lazy, right? So cumbrous means difficult, or you can also call cumbersome. So there are organizations with cumbrous hierarchical structures. Structures, hierarchy, like top to bottom or bottom to top, right? In the organizations, you have the hierarchical structures. And so it is very difficult. The structures are also very difficult to manage. And then the next word is supplication. The word supple has got the meaning of being very flexible. So supplication is asking for something earnestly and humbly, something to do with smoothness, right? The soldier fell to his knee in supplication. Here it means to say that the soldier yielded to the person, opposite person. So in this way, if we know the meanings of prefixes, you can guess the meanings of as many words as possible. And then the next one is word association or subject specific jargon. So here I have taken a small paragraph. I will read it out. People need to determine whether or not their opinions are correct and to obtain an accurate appraisal of their abilities. The individual's opinions and beliefs, as well as his evaluation of his abilities, are important determinants of his behavior. Correct opinions and accurate appraisals of ability from others are likely to lead to satisfying or rewarding behavior. Incorrect beliefs or incorrect appraisal of ability lead to unpleasant consequences. So, this particular paragraph is about the abilities of a person to critically evaluate himself and even to know whether his evaluation is correct or not from others. So, the words which are red in color, like accurate appraisal, determinants, satisfying or rewarding behavior, unpleasant consequences, all of these come under the subject specific jargon. When you're talking about evaluation, appraisal, you can use such kind of words like accurate, determinants, the factors which determine the behavior of a person and what kind of behavior a person has, satisfying behavior or rewarding behavior, etc. Circumstances or consequences which are pleasant, unpleasant. So these are some of the terms that you can use. So I have already mentioned one example of corruption. So all the words related to that field of corruption, you will be able to understand. And then the next strategy is through synonyms and antonyms. Suppose you want to know more about the word uncomfortable, you can just look into the dictionary or a thesaurus wherein you get the synonyms, antonyms of that particular word. So now the synonyms of uncomfortable are here: cumbersome, cumbrous, intolerable, excruciating, painful, boorish, perturbed, mortifying. So through this word uncomfortable, we have learned 6 or 7 other new words. Cumbersome. intolerable, excruciating, boorish, perturbed, mortifying. So these are the new words that you have learned. Similarly is the case with antonyms. The meaning is to feel uncomfortable, means you're not comfortable anywhere, and antonyms of this are peaceful, reposeful, soft, relaxing, soothing, urbane, graceful, etc. So these are the antonyms. So whenever you come across a new word, you want to know more about that word, you can also write down synonyms and antonyms. So these are some of the techniques, and we will deal with the other aspects also in the next video. Thank you.